8 days before Bahubali 2, the epic conclusion hits screens, clouds now loom ominously over its mega release in the state of Karnataka, one of its biggest audiences in that state. Pro-Kannada groups have launched massive, violent and aggressive protests across the state. A Bahubali event planned with the top directors, the crew and the cast of Bahubali in Bangalore today was actually cancelled after actor Sathyaraj refused to apologize for his staunch pro-Tamil Nadu comments at the peak of the Kaveri water sharing issue last year. Here's a full report.
Be eagerly waiting for Bahubali, the conclusion, to roll into theatres on the 28th of April. But this is not the case for certain Kannadigas. The Karnataka Film Chamber and around 2,000 Kannada organizations led by activist Vatal Nagaraj are all set to stop the release of the movie across the state as they have a problem with actor Sathyaraj, who plays Kattappa in the movie. Nagaraj further said that they would reconsider their protest if Sathyaraj offered them an apology. Accusations which were met with a rather baffled reaction by director S.S. Rajmauli.
Whatever comments Mr. Sathyaraj has made is 9 years back. After that, there are 25 to 30 films of him which released in Karnataka.
Rana also dismissed this demand for boycotting the film in Karnataka.
So that's been something that he said 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And there was a part 1 that released 2 years ago. Everybody watched it. It was huge in Karnataka. I mean, you're just trying to make news again.
Earlier this month, members of the protest groups demanded a halt on the re-release of Bahubali, The Beginning. Now protesters have called for a Karnataka Bandh on April 28th to stall the screening of the film. Director S.S. Rajmauli also released this appeal urging his Kannada friends to call off their Bandh.
ಸತ್ಯರಾಜ್ ಅವರು ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾಕ್ಕೆ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕರು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಟಿಸಿರುವ ಅನೇಕ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಒಬ್ಬರು. ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬರೋ ನಷ್ಟ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರೊಬ್ಬರು ಮಾಡಿರುವ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂಲಕವಾಗಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವುದು, ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುವ ಸಿಟ್ಟನ್ನ ಬಾಹುಬಲಿ ಚಿತ್ರದ ಮೇಲೆ ತೋರಿಸೋದು ಸರಿಯಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತೀವಿ.
So we're standing here just 1 week away from Bahubali 2's release, but can it afford to release without Karnataka? Will there be a blockade in Karnataka? I want to go straight across to India. Today's Nolan Pinto joining me live from Bengaluru. Nolan, you have one of those activists with you, Mr. Manjunath, I understand. You know, the big question that fans, including millions of fans in Karnataka, are asking, Nolan, is, you know, these guys were nowhere to be seen when Bahubali 1 released. Why have they suddenly started getting angry over Satyaraj's comments, which were made 9 years ago? Many films of Satyaraj's ever since, including Bahubali 1, have released in Karnataka ever since. What has woken them up now?
Actually, Shiv, I'm going to put this question to him because most of them say that yes, 9 years ago this statement, these comments were made, but they only got to know about it 2 to 3 months ago. And whatever they got to know now has actually hurt the sentiments and feelings of Kannadigas and the state of Karnataka, and hence they are demanding an unconditional apology from him. And they say that if that is done, then they have no issues. They all want to watch the movie, but they have no issues provided the apology is tendered. In fact, I have with me Mr. Manjunath over here. I'm going to speak to him and put this question to him. 9 years ago, Mr. Manjunath, 9 years ago, this statement was actually made. Why now? Why are you protesting now? 30 of his movies have been already screened in Karnataka.
See, mistake is mistake. He has done a mistake. Maybe 9 years or 10 years, it doesn't matter. He has done a mistake. He has hurt the peoples of Karnataka and he spoke ill about people of Karnataka. Okay, that is when spread across now recently. So that is the reason that word got spread everywhere, and we are giving more importance for his statements rather than a person, rather than a movie. We respect Rajmauli sir. We respect his movies, his talent, and his effort towards the Indian film industry. And we respect all other technicians, including the film crew. Yeah.
Okay, you respect Rajmauli, you said. Rajmauli also made an appeal today. He made an appeal in Kannada, speaking in Kannada itself, saying he made this mistake. He made this comment, not the movie, not the people who have worked in this, not the people who have acted over here. So why are you targeting, why are you hurting the movie? Let the movie be screened over here.
Of course, it can be screened here. Entirely, we'll give complete support. As far as Sathyaraj has to apology in front of us. Because he spoke ill about us. So he has to come and he has to apology openly. Once he make a statement of apology, definitely we don't have any issues at all. That's one been clear from the day one. All our supporters, all our people of Karnataka, they are telling from the day one, we don't have any. We are ready to make it, big hit again in Karnataka, big hit, very big hit, because of course it deserve it. Okay, but this person, whoever acted in that movie, has a major role. Okay, major role also, and of course he'll be benefited somehow the other way from Karnataka. When he wants everything from Karnataka, how can he speak ill about Karnataka?
And I just want to, for the benefit of our viewers and for the benefit of everyone watching, I want to tell our viewers what it is that Sathyaraj had said 9 years ago over the Kaveri issue. He was basically talking to farmers who were protesting in Tamil Nadu, and he basically said, you should not be like trees on which dogs can urinate on. And that said in Tamil was a sentence that created a huge furor, and obviously it's recreated a furor now that's being seen perhaps as opportunistic. But here's what Rajmauli has said. For the benefit of our viewers, for the benefit of the activists and protesters, here's what the director of Bahubali has now said in a possible appeal for peace. Here's what Rajmauli has said.
ಸತ್ಯರಾಜ್ ಅವರು ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾಕ್ಕೆ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕರು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಟಿಸಿರುವ ಅನೇಕ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಒಬ್ಬರು. ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬರೋ ನಷ್ಟ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರೊಬ್ಬರು ಮಾಡಿರುವ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂಲಕವಾಗಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವುದು, ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುವ ಸಿಟ್ಟನ್ನ ಬಾಹುಬಲಿ ಚಿತ್ರದ ಮೇಲೆ ತೋರಿಸೋದು ಸರಿಯಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸತ್ಯರಾಜ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ನಮಗೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇರುವ ಈ ವ್ಯವಹಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರದಂತ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಸದಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ.
He's put out, he's practically begging, if I can use that word. He's trying to appeal to better judgment, but he's also sort of begging because crores worth of money that this movie is all set to make in the state of Karnataka cannot be ignored. But also, as the director of the film, he has a sense of ownership, about the safety and the success of Bahubali 2, especially since Bahubali 1 was such an enormous success, not just in Karnataka, but all across the country. But I think, Nolan, the people in your city, in Bengaluru and the rest of Karnataka have a right to know, what do these Kannada groups, what are they threatening to do on the 28th if Sathyaraj doesn't apologize? What is the plan?
You're absolutely right, Shiv. In a way, when in this appeal that Rajmauli has actually come out with in that video, he says, we have done our best. We have spoken to Sathyaraj, but that's the maximum that we can do. What else? So please understand that, we are not responsible over here. It's him over there. He's made that statement, but don't target us. Don't, and he says from the bottom of my heart, I'm actually appealing that let us go ahead and let the screening of the movie be done. But this is an important question. The Pro-Kannada activists have threatened to have a complete strike, a bandh on the 28th of April. I'm going to put this question to Mr. Manjunath over here. 28th of April. This is what Mr. Vatal Nagaraj, Mr. Sara Govind have all stated, that there will be a Karnataka Bandh if an apology is not tendered by the actor. What are you planning to do that day?
First of all, we don't watch the movie. We don't go to the theatres. We don't let anyone to watch the movies there. Okay. We'll protest legally. We'll protest. We'll try to make people understand what is the issue and how it, related to our sentiments, how we hurt our sentiments and everything. Already people know that. We'll try to go there. We'll stage Dharana in front of all the theatres, and we'll ensure it is not staged. It is not,
Okay, you're planning to do this, but you do know that the government will not support you, right? Because the government will always make sure that, everyone's rights are upheld. And over here, Rajmauli is going to go and speak to the government, saying that, see, this is what's happened over here. Someone has made a statement. Why are you punishing us, and why are these people punishing us? What are you going to do then? They will arrest you. They will stop you.
I told you very clearly, we are going legally. Okay, we'll do Dharna ourselves. Okay, we'll go sit there peacefully. We'll ensure we make understand. We never told that we'll throw stones on someone. We never told that we'll throw stones on the theatres. We never told that we'll stop people by hitting them or hurting them. It is not like that. We'll do very peaceful dharna in front of all the theatres. In front of the theatre, staging our concern. Okay, we want to show our concern, right? We are hurt. We have to show our concern. Whatever way possible, we'll do it. We'll stop it. We'll try to stop it. That is how it is.
Okay, in these few days before the 28th, are you planning to intensify your protests? In what ways? Are you planning to do anything else before the 28th?
Awareness. We'll create some awareness among the people through social media, through you or anybody else. People will get aware of it because he is 100% is linked to this movie. Okay. Mr. Sathyaraj is linked to this movie. Okay. If it is not linked to this movie, of course he is not, because see, Rajmauli is a Kannadiga. Just what he spoke Kannadiga yesterday. His father is a Kannadiga, the scriptwriter. He is a Kannadiga. So it's not matter of Telugu movie, Tamil movie or a Kannada movie. It's a in Kannada movie, one actor has insulted our sentiments. So we are just asking him to apologize, make a small apology for that. That's it. Your job is done. Our job is done. This happened so many times. This is not the first time it's happening. We asked for a small apology. Superstar Rajinikanth apologized once. I still remember. Okay. He apologized once. We'll let it go. Let it happen. Let it release. Okay.
Just apologize.
Yeah, just apologize. Just small word. Okay, it was maybe something else. I thought it is, but it is very clear that he has ill openly. Okay. He has spoke very ill about us openly. It is very condemnable.
All right. So Shiv, this is what they're saying. Just apologize. Nothing else. It's as simple as that. One small apology, and everything will be...
No, but is that really going to happen? Sushant, Rajmauli came out in that video today in Kannada, practically imploring, beseeching, begging these people to see sense and back off. This is not anything personal. He is only one actor. The film has so many others. You've been in touch with them. You're one of the few journalists who's had access to the cast and crew in the last few weeks, Sushant. What is the sense you're getting? They are obviously very troubled. Is there going to be an apology from Sathyaraj, or are they going to, simply wing it and take a risk on this?
Well, Shiv, as you know, Sathyaraj has been kept away from this publicity of the entire film. He's not been part of the promotions. My guess is as good as yours, that why he was kept away. Maybe it is because of this controversy, maybe not. But coming back to Rajmauli, I thought Karan Johar set a very bad precedent when he came out with that video last year. You remember when the Eid Mushkil controversy broke out. And it's very easy, it's becoming really easy in this country to hold filmmakers hostage like this. Yeah. And to say, they can say, oh, it's just a small apology. Just apologize. At the cost of what? That you will not let the film release? Do not threaten filmmakers like that. I don't think that is the right way to go about things. If you want an apology from a particular actor, he has hurt the sentiments of the Kannadigas, then you talk to him or make that issue between you and the actor. Correct. You cannot bring such a big film franchise which fans are waiting for. Forget about the money. This film, everybody needs to watch this film. India is proud of this franchise. So I think they should be bigger. You keep the issue between them and the actor and not bring down the entire film franchise which these guys have put their hearts and souls into for 5 long years.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Sushant and Nolan, for getting us the very latest on that. We're going to continue to track the story very, very closely. We also opened up 5 Live, as always, to our viewers, and we asked them the question, do they think that Sathyaraj should, sort of just cut his losses as far as this issue is concerned and apologize? Here are some of the answers we got. It's them who first brutally attacked Tamilians at Karnataka, yet they want Sathyaraj to apologize. He should make an apology and also should learn to give sensible comments, says another Twitter user. He made comments in 2008. It's not fair to target Bahubali because of that now, says Pranil Raja. He should apologize for his harsh words on Kannadigas. And finally, they should have demanded an apology when he said it, not belatedly when the film is set to release. All right, so these are some of the views that we've gotten from our viewers here on 5 Live. But it's only 1 week to go for the release of Bahubali 2. We've been giving you the maximum coverage about the film, including these big controversies, including the one in Karnataka now. Well, there's another side to Bahubali. You keep a spotlight on the men figures starring in the movie, but what about the women who've got amazing, powerful roles and characters in Bahubali 2? Take a look. We went behind the scenes.
The women are the highlights of the film first. They are the first highlights. Then comes Bala or Bahubali or anyone.
I mean, right from Shivagami's character itself, it's so strongly written, strongly built. Yes. And then moving on to Devasena, who's, there was you see part of it in part. It's so beautifully placed also.
Okay, and Anushka also, you know, for her to play this part.
Yes.
Very glam, you know.
She's a very fine artist. She's a huge star by herself.
In South.
Yeah, I mean, she
Both
has
South India, they'll just love her.
She has a stardom by herself. She has cinema that is so big just with her. It's lovely for her to do characters like this. I mean, if not her, you will never see anybody else in this poster. I mean, I don't know of anybody else who could step in those.
You know, to say that after Bahubali 1, the expectations for Bahubali 2 are really high doesn't really quite cut it. We saw what happened after Bahubali 1, but where is the fever pitch as far as the epic sequel is concerned? We're going to try to
First film, which were your favorite scenes, and did you know while shooting them that, okay, this is something special?
Yeah, as Rajmauli has told me, like, that the underwater, that baby, the first shot, that we felt it's classic when he told us. And we know how Rajmauli will shoot that shot, so we felt it's going to be a classic. And and he told me about that waterfall and you're going to climb that. And all, it was not easy because water falling on your face and all, that's okay.
I want to see him, you know, perform a beatdown on you. I mean, who chains a queen to the palace floor? How evil is that, no? I mean, the women also in this.
If you thought that was evil, there will be an epitome of evil in this film.
There's an epitome of evil.
That will sound like a soft good guy.
That's a soft good guy.
No, forget being an audience, being characters in the film, being actors, being movie lovers to start with. First, you're blown away with the story of what you're trying to do. You're blown away every day on set because you're doing something extremely new. Then you see that translate on screen with all these beautiful visual effects that come and play, and you get blown again. So it's like you constantly on a high every time in these couple of years that we were doing these movies.
Mr. Modi's big crackdown yesterday on Lal Battis. VVIP culture got a huge setback as Modi called for an end to red beacons. Most BJP-ruled states immediately complied. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, EPS in Tamil Nadu, removed their beacons immediately. But Neta's brazenness elsewhere knows no bounds. Yogi Adityanath's MLA holds a toll plaza hostage as he refuses to pay his toll. Can the Prime Minister's crackdown really end VVIP culture and privilege in the country? As we get some big breaking news coming in from the big Chennai churn, the political potboiler that is boiling over with each passing minute. We've got more news coming in from the Paneerselvam camp this evening. The OPS camp's senior leader has now made a stunning statement. They've said that they never demanded the Chief Minister's post in Tamil Nadu or any powerful posts as they negotiate this ambitious peace pact. All they want, they now say, is the ouster of Sasikala and Dinakaran. Every other condition has completely been dropped, including the principal condition that OPS, O Paneerselvam, has to be the Chief Minister in any endgame scenario. Their only demands are the eviction of Sasikala and her family from the AIADMK and a CBI probe into Jayalalitha's death.
நாங்க முதலமைச்சர் பதவியா கேட்டோம் கேட்கலையே நீங்க ஏன் சொல்றீங்க அத நாங்க முதலமைச்சர் பதவி கேட்கவில்லை பொதுச் செயலாளர் பதவி கேட்கவில்லை அம்மாவுடைய சாவை சிபிஐ விசாரணை செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று நாங்கள் கேட்டோம் அதேபோல இந்த கட்சியை அழிக்கக்கூடிய நிலையிலே இருக்கின்ற சசிகலா குடும்பத்தை கட்சியை விட்டு வெளியேற்ற வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டோம்.
With me live from Chennai right now is Pramod Madhav. He's been tracking all the stories, getting us the very latest bit of breaking news. Pramod, the OPS camp basically saying we've never asked for the Chief Minister's chair. What's going on? We thought that was one of the principal sticking points as far as Mr. Paneerselvam was concerned.
Well, that's where we call chivalry, Shiv. It is not the leader OPS who is speaking over there. This fiery speech, this angry comments were given by KP Munuswamy, one of the top leaders of Team OPS. And you don't still see EPS speaking anywhere. It is only Jayakumar or any other person. The interesting fact to be noted here is that 2 days ago, we spoke to Jayakumar. We have him on records where he said, like, when I personally asked him, does that mean you're removing Sasikala as well from the party? He said yes. clearly and sternly. But apparently on this location right now, KP Muniswamy maintains that unless they pull back that affidavit they have filed with the Election Commission stating that Sasikala is the General Secretary and all other members of her family, it is not actual factual truth. So he wants to stick to that point.
Right.
And not just that, KP Muniswamy clearly mentions that close to 30 people of Sasikala's family is still within the party. They should be removed from the basic cadre role. Until that is done, KP Muniswamy and team OPS kind of fear that it could be Sasikala who wants TTV Dinakaran removed and place someone else. So they also fear that Natarajan was also playing a role in the party, and that is why they want this demand to be fulfilled immediately, Shiv.
This is amazing. I mean, the conditions are changing by the day. It's become a true tug of war really in Tamil Nadu over whose conditions have greater endurance and negotiating power. In fact, I already have some more breaking news coming in here on 5 Live, and this is from the other side of the fence, the E. Palaniswamy camp. He's the sitting chief minister. And now an EPS camp leader, Vaidya Lingam, has said, we have no conditions and we are ready to hold talks with Team OPS. We will order a probe into Jayalalitha's death after courts decide. We have formed a committee to hold talks with Team OPS. So that's the breaking news. That's the peace overture coming in from the E. Palaniswamy camp. Pramod, if you're still with us, Akshita is still with us. Akshita is live with us from Chennai. Akshita, what's going on? EPS saying no conditions. You know, just yesterday, we had this long list of conditions on both sides. What is this? Is this a climb down? Has the EPS side realized that, you know, boss, this is not working out. Our egos have to be set aside. If there is going to be peace, there has to be some climb down.
And that's exactly what it seems to be, Shiv, because till yesterday, you know, we saw this massive ego war to the extent that even when the likes of Jayakumar and other ministers came out and said that, look, we're willing to oust Sasikala as well as TTV Dinakaran, they refused to say that this was because OPS had demanded this. They maintained that we took this action on our own. Yeah. And now you see this kind of a step which really makes you wonder what's changed on the ground in the last few hours, whether there's been some development that makes them believe that they really need O. Pannirselvam at this point. Maybe it's the fact that TTV Dinakaran, you know, backed off without a fight. He's mellowed down. He's very, very clear that, look, if they tell me they don't want me, I'll be out. So considering that, maybe, you know, the EPS camp feels that they need OPS at this point, or whatever conditions he puts forward, they will agree to. Having said that, at the same time, now the OPS camp also seems to have backed off, saying that, look, we never asked for the CM post. So it's very clear here, Shiv, that there's some sort of confusion. There's a clear need for some back-channel talks between the two camps as well to really iron out the differences and figure out exactly what the terms and conditions for this particular merger are. Also, of course, Vaidya Lingam has spoken out. We'll have to hear it also from the horse's mouth at this point, because so far, Finance Minister Jayakumar has pretty much been like the spokesperson of the EPS camp, has maintained, the last time at least that he spoke, he maintained that, you know, we are not taking steps as per what OPS wants. We are for a merger because OPS wanted a merger. So they all, of course, are on their own side. They're all playing their egos. They're all playing their battles. But it will come down to exactly when they sit down in the same room and have a discussion.
You know, Pramod, you've got some of the best sources, you know, in Tamil Nadu politics right now. You know, I know a lot of them speak to you first and exclusive on camera, but I'm sure there are many others who speak to you off camera as well because they're scared to say stuff, you know, in front of a television camera. Tell us what the inside story is. You know, are the people of Tamil Nadu going to see some kind of peace deal soon, or is this drama going to continue for days and weeks ahead?
Shiv, imagine even if you want to see a serial in television, it is extended for almost 2-3 years.
Exactly.
And taking such a big decision where two factions are supposed to get merged, they say like it will take at least 1 month time. And this kind of twists and turns are definitely going to happen. Unless, as Akshita put it out, if OPS speaks and brings out a statement, we can validate it. KP Muniswamy, of course, is a very important leader. But you can see like even after Jayakumar saying Sasikala is removed, he wants evidence. What if they bring out evidence tomorrow? Then also still KP Muniswamy is going to go and say like, no, they're still acting behind the curtain. You have to remove them entirely from Tamil Nadu. Yes. That is also possible. They can still ask for it. And not just that, imagine how Vaidya Lingam, all they have done right now is that all they have to do is just like bring a white flag. They have completely surrendered to Team OPS. And what is Team OPS expecting? Now they want a judicial probe. Of course, okay, we are ready for judicial probe. When I spoke to Jayakumar, I asked him like, they are looking for the Chief Minister post. Will you give it to them? He first said that there is no, we haven't spoken on any such such matter. No such negotiation has begun, but we will sit and talk on it, which is itself is a very important development, which seems like they are ready to discuss about the Chief Minister post itself. That seems to be the development here, and seems like in this 1 month or so, there is going to be a definite merger, and possibly OPS might become the people's leader, like they call, or the Chief Minister as well, Shiv.
Okay, we're going to have to see how it goes. Okay, so there is a time frame. Both sides are intent on making this peace and seeing it through. It's just a matter of hammering down those egos and those negotiating points and reaching that final finish line where the peace will actually exist. Akshita and Pramod, thanks so much for joining us here on 5 Live. We're going to get you the very biggest developments as far as this big Chennai port boiler is concerned right here on India Today. Moving on to the other big story. It was a big bombshell yesterday and the aftermath is being felt today. A day after Prime Minister Modi cracked down so brutally on Lal Battis across the country, saying every Indian is a VVIP. Now Netas stand, if you can believe it, completely divided on what the Prime Minister has done. While BJP-ruled states have welcomed the move, a BJP MLA in Uttar Pradesh, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Take a look for yourself. Prime Minister Modi's big crackdown on high-handed netas. In one fell swoop, Modi cracked down on VVIP culture's biggest symbol, the Lal Batti. So no more red beacons, netas have to live the Aam Aadmi life. While a number of BJP-ruled states immediately embraced Modi's big crackdown, non-BJP states like Tamil Nadu, Odisha and Arunachal Pradesh too were forthcoming.
No, I do not know the decision, what is written in the decision. I will look into the decision, afterwards I will react.
This symbolism of removing a backlight or a top light or a beacon is pretty farcical, I think.
As netas stood divided, Uttar Pradesh's BJP MLA Mahendra Singh seemed not only unaware of the Prime Minister's anti-VVIP crackdown, but flouted all laws at a toll booth on the Moradabad-Bareilly highway, demanding that his whole convoy be allowed to pass without paying a single rupee as toll.
वो जीत पे अमावता थे, थोड़े गुस्से में थे और उसी के चलते कुछ हमारे स्टाफ पे मार पिटाई के कुछ केस हुआ है.
As the Prime Minister comes cracking, netas remain unrelenting, from immediate fans to grudging critics to out-and-out mockers. Will the Prime Minister's move survive the wrath of these high-handed netas with VVIP privileges? Bureau Report, India Today. Joining me live now is India Today's Brajesh Pandey, joining me from the national capital. Brajesh, you know, a very powerful message was sent out by Prime Minister Modi yesterday. Is there going to be another even more powerful message necessary going forward? Because clearly in the 24 hours since his statement, you know, and the crackdown on Lal Battis, it doesn't appear that the effect is uniform. There are many leaders across the country who are not prepared to listen. They're clinging to their privilege. Can you hear me?
Shiv, can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, what I was saying was, you know, a very powerful statement was made by Prime Minister Modi yesterday. But, you know, in the 24 hours since, there are various instances of mantris still clinging to their privileges in other states. You know, are harsher measures going to be necessary? Was the Prime Minister's statement yesterday not enough?
Well, I think, you know, the Lal Batti message or the deadline for removing your red beacon from your car is 1st of May. So I guess in another 3-4 days, we will see all the other ministers and ministers, especially in other states, other than BJP-ruled states, will also abide by it. Because, you know, the kind of alacrity which we witnessed the union cabinet ministers and chief ministers of BJP-ruled states in removing the red beacon, I think, you know, other states will also follow suit, because the deadline for it is 1st of May. And not 21st of April. So this is the reason why, you know, many would be also, you know, discussing it with their respective secretariat about whether the state has an independent role, or whether this removal of this particular clause from Motor Vehicle Act also implement on each and every single state possible. So those grey areas will be defined, and I guess, you know, if there's no scope for any kind of legal circumvention, then these ministers, be it chief minister or the ministers in their respective cabinet, will have to abide by this decision.
decision.
You know, Brajesh, you've reported on politics and politicians right across the country over so many years. You've had a sort of ringside view of what it's like to be a VVIP with all the privileges and, perks that come with it. In the 24 hours since the Lal Batti crackdown, we've seen Ravindra Gaikwad misbehaving with bank staff. You've got a BJP MLA, misbehaving with tolling booth officials in Uttar Pradesh. So this VVIP culture is a very difficult thing. The Lal Batti aspect is only one part of it. Isn't that true?
Oh, absolutely. And I think, Lal Batti is just one part of the problem, as you're just saying. But, there are bigger problems. The sense of entitlement comes, if you look into the fact that, if there's any kind of political wheeling dealing, one of the props which is offered, one of the bribery which is offered is that, if you join my party or if you help me, I'll help you become chairman of some parishad which will help you get a Lal Batti or, will get you a couple of police escort. So there, the sense of entitlement is a bigger malice. And I think the government's crackdown has to be, the number of security which is being accorded. Security is also being seen as a major, status symbol as far as these VVIPs are concerned. So the government will have to work on various aspects before it can actually claim that it has got rid of this VVIP culture as far as Delhi and other states are concerned.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Brajesh. We're going to keep a track of that. The VVIP menace not going away anytime soon, but Lal Batti Bandh certainly a beginning. All right, now on to a new video from that rapper from Kodaikanal, Sophia Ashraf. Remember her videos that went viral a couple of years ago? Well, she's back once again, this time quashing all gender norms with her latest video, I Can't Do Sexy. Enjoy. Do check out the rest of that video, I Can't Do Sexy by Sophia Ashraf. I promise we're going to try and get Sophia right here on 5 Live in the days ahead. Thanks so much for watching. See you at the same time tomorrow.